you hear me okay?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Kaylee.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Working for Derek is not a whole lot of fun, but I just figured someone should tell you that.
Everyone's hearing all that. That's great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We will get started with Mookie.
Good morning, Coach. Mookie Hawkins, Well Sports 1080. How you doing today?
Good. How are you, Mookie?
I'm good, Coach. I'm good. We know New England's ability to run the ball. What would be the emphasis? Has it been an emphasis on run action this week? And what has been the message up front?
Yeah, I mean we've got to do a good job up front. The line of scrimmage will be important, and we've got to play with disciplined eyes for the play action game.
Absolutely. And I don't know what's going on with the Cole Beasley situation, but I know you guys have quality depth in Kumaro and Gentry and Isaiah. Would there be a possibility of you guys entertaining bringing John Brown back if Cole is not able to go in the recent weeks?
Yeah, we talk about all those options, and Brandon does a great job of combing through all of that's out there and who's available and everything. So I trust him, and we'll see where it goes moving forward.
Absolutely, Coach. And last but not least, what do you expect to Santa to have underneath your tree tomorrow?
We'll see. Hopefully no cold. That'd be a win.
Absolutely, Coach. Good luck this week. Merry Christmas to you.
All right, you too, buddy. Thanks.
Hey, Sean. Hard to follow up on that, but I was wondering, just kind of based off the news you were just sharing on the radio, what happens now with what happens with special teams with Heath on the COVID list?
Yeah, can you help us? Can you coach Catherine?
Yeah, I'm free on Sunday.
No, Matt Smiley is our assistant special teams coach. Does a great job, and he'll lead the unit at this point, and we'll be there to help him and support him.
And then as far as the O-line, just kind of you guys not knowing exactly who will be back, just can you take us a bit more through what you've seen out of guys this week and what you might expect going into Sunday's game on the O-line?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of interchangeable parts right now. I hate to say that without giving you a straight answer here, but that's the best I know, and we'll just see where we end up on Sunday. Right now, it's we're averaging one COVID a day, it seems like. So, but real proud of the guys and how resilient they've been to this point, working through it.
Thanks.
Sure.
Hey, Sean, Merry Christmas.
Just,
this is kind of a, generic question, I guess, but just how tough is it if Gabe can't go on Sunday now that he's on the COVID list? Just how big of a blow is that to lose him, especially the way he's been playing lately?
Yeah, he's been hot. And so, yeah, he's, we lose a guy that's on a roll, and he's practiced, most of the week, including yesterday, until we found out. And I think, but we have valuable players and guys we depend on and trust that are, in the wings that can step in and are expected to step up.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, you said it, you're averaging almost a guy on the list a day here. I know the league has altered some things. I know they're going virtual and whatnot, but are you guys as a team planning on maybe implementing the spread of this and the number of things popping?
So, John, you broke up a little bit, and we're a little bit segmented. So I heard about one a day, and then the league, and then are we planning on anything? That's all. But I need specific.
Sorry. Are you planning on maybe tightening things up just as a team in regards to the protocols or the way maybe virtual or anything like that, even beyond what the league has put into place moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been virtual. The players really are only in to practice. So outside of canceling practice, that's really what remains at this point. So hopefully being outside helps that. As you saw yesterday, we went outside partially to try and help that cause. And we'll go outside again today. So we're doing, I think, as much as we can right now, and all the while trying to prepare for this game.
All right, thanks. I'll ask Santa for better internet.
Good idea.
Hey, Sean. I was just curious, especially with the new protocols, obviously guys coming off the list, they can come off quicker, but for you, what does it look like, even if they're off the list, how much practice do they need? Is it guy to guy? Like, what does that look like for you in terms of actually making them active on Sunday if someone was to come?
Yeah, I think it'll be Elena, it'll be individually, decided on, and who it is, and how much time they really need, how long they've been out. The health and safety of the players or coach for that matter at this point is the most important piece. And then, so I used our medical team, Nate Bresky, and our training staff for that. And then once we get through kind of that filter, if you will, then it's, hey, what do we need on the field for us, and are they ready to perform?
And I guess I was just curious for you as a coach, like planning for the game Sunday and, every day, like you mentioned, like guys are kind of going off, you can't predict it. What is that like, having to plan for that? Have you gotten used to it? Or like, what is it like for you kind of not knowing who will be available on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the world we're living in. And I think you just got to stay mentally strong through it, really, and not get too down because every day someone else goes down. And that's the reality of our situation. So stay positive, control the pieces we can control. And we know we're going to play on Sunday, and try and get ourselves ready to go here.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, Sean. I'm curious. We were talking to Spencer after the game, when he found out he was going to left tackle last week. He said practice was a little bit more up tempo for him with live reps on Friday. Do you plan today to have a little bit more of a active practice for some of the players that might have to play a bigger role on Sunday?
We always have an up tempo practice on Friday. So we'll be consistent with that, like we've been all year.
You get Bobby Hart back off of the practice squad, or off the COVID list. Obviously he's on the practice squad, but is he in a situation where, you're going to need all hands on deck? I mean, did he make it through okay? And where's his status at?
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, once I get total clearance from Nate, but that's part of the evaluation, if you want to call it that, when these players come back, is what they look like. Just when I look them in the eye, to make sure they're there and ready to go, and then how their conditioning is. I mean, some of these guys, like I said, have been out longer than others, so we'll just take it 1 hour at a time right now.
And then, obviously, mentioned Gabriel Davis, Jake Kumro has been a guy going back to training camp that you've been very complimentary of. Obviously you have confidence in all your guys, but what does he bring? A lot of people know him as a guy that you send out there at times to be a blocker in the run game. He's really good in that department, but what does he bring as kind of like a well-rounded receiver if given a bigger opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy we do have a lot of confidence in. I know Josh does as well, and so does Coach Dave. So he's tough, he's smart, he runs well, and he's got a good feel for the game. So I don't think there's anything he can't do, quite honestly. And we could be depending on him come this weekend.
Thanks, Sean. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yeah, sure thing. Thank you too.
Hey, Sean. I had also wanted to ask about Daryl Williams. I know there's been so much shuffling on the O-line in general, but I don't think he's gone more than 3 games at a time before going back and forth between guard and tackle. So just what have you seen out of him this season? How has he handled that?
Yeah, how about that? I mean, just to be able to do that and really not say a word about it for the most part is impressive. And how he puts the team first, just keeps his mouth shut and works his butt off. Love that approach. Love his attitude. He's a true pro, and I appreciate that. We appreciate it very much.
He said some of that was the coaches being comfortable, y'all being comfortable, of just having trust in him to play both of those. How did he build that trust with you guys?
Well, Brandon knew him well from Carolina. I knew him not quite as well, but certainly knew him from our time in Carolina. And, when you watched him come in here and work, he came in really with nothing promised to him and worked to get a starting role a year or so ago. And And now he's been bounced back and forth and out of necessity in terms of what the team needs. And so, you know, it would be nice to have him solely at one position. We just haven't had that flexibility this year.
Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, Sean, I know Dion went on the COVID list last week today, actually, last Friday. I was curious, just based on what he went through the last time, have you checked in with him? How is he doing and everything along those lines? Does he seem to be doing better this time than he was the last time that he was diagnosed with COVID?
Yeah, Joe, appreciate you asking about his health and how he's doing. I can tell you very little, but I can tell you I do check in on each and every one of these guys. And other than that, I really can't get into the details on the situation right now. So.
Okay. This game, last time you were without AJ Klein. This time you get him. What are you getting with him, especially with how much the Patriots like to go with a heavy formation?
Yeah, I mean, AJ's a veteran player, knows the system well, and extremely smart football player. So he's a guy we have a lot of faith and trust in, and it's nice to have him back off the COVID list.
All right. Thanks, Sean.
All right, sure.
Thanks, Coach. That's all we have for today.
All right, thank you, guys.